Hi.
Hey, this is James Escaloni with KORT Physical Therapy here in Versailles. I'm here with my patient doing some telerehabilitation today. We're going to show you how easy this is, and actually she's going to be telling us how easy this was for her and some of the success she's been able to get in a method that she didn't think would be as successful as it was. She's had a lot of good times with this, and we're going to talk about this today. So, Shella, say hey everybody.
Hey everybody.
All right. Shella's been working with me during this telerehab process pretty much since a whole lot of this COVID-19 stuff came down and caused some problems. And at first, even she said that she wasn't exactly sure what exactly this telerehab process was going to be like, because most of the time physical therapy is very physical, hands-on, all those things. But for this, for her especially, she needed to keep on working. She had to keep on being strong. She couldn't take a time period in which she was not able to keep on exercising. So in comes telerehabilitation. So, Shella, do you care to tell them a little bit about what you've been able to do and how we've been able to challenge you with this telerehab process?
Absolutely. Everything that we've been doing has been very beneficial as far as strengthening different parts of my body, and it's also helping me hold myself accountable. So when you give me homework to do, I make sure that I do it because I know, I'm going to see James on Friday at 3 o'clock. But it has been very beneficial. I didn't really anticipate the success that we've had. I do think that the exercises you've given me have been so beneficial, challenging. They're not something that's really easy, and if something starts to get easy, then we always ramp it up a notch to try to keep challenging. So I appreciate that. And I find too that James is able to observe, even though he's not right here beside me, he can observe through the camera and see, am I doing an exercise correctly? Do I need to position myself differently? Or, oh, your hip's going up there, you need to hold your hip straight. All of that kind of direct feedback is very beneficial, because when I'm home, and if I didn't have that, I would have no clue that I was doing something inaccurately and not going to get the true benefit of that exercise if you don't have the right position or whatever it may be. So I loved it. I would, like I said, a little apprehensive in the beginning, going, I don't know if this will be beneficial or not, but I really have. I've looked forward to our sessions, and anything, the feedback that James gives me, I try to do it. So maybe not as well as I should be doing, but I'm trying. So I think it's great.
Awesome. Now, one of the other things that we've been working on with Shella is she's going to be potentially getting a joint replacement for her elbow soon. So in addition with keeping her strength up for being able to keep on walking, keeping her legs strong, and be able to do all the things that she wants to do, we're also making sure that everything around her arm and her elbow are as strong as possible, because one of the best signs that you're going to do well with a joint replacement surgery is how well you're moving and how strong you are before the surgery. And especially with all these surgeries that have been postponed, everybody is in this stage where they're a little bit deconditioned, because what do you do if you hurt? You just don't do stuff. And what happens if you don't do stuff? Muscles, problems, you get weaker, you get stiffer. And so we've been keeping her strong, and actually I think she's a lot stronger than she anticipated through her shoulder that she would be. And she's even surprised herself, things around the house that she didn't even realize that were weak, now they're even better, right?
Absolutely, yeah. All across from doing laundry to just getting up and getting ready, everything. I just feel like I've developed more strength and benefited me in so many ways that I didn't really anticipate that those exercises, would turn into growth and strength to help you out throughout the day.
Awesome. Right on. So what we're going to be doing next are some of her favorite exercises right now. We're going to be doing some challenging stuff. I told her in the beginning, how do you get a young high school football player strong? Well, you do all sorts of heavier weightlifting, like squats and stuff. Well, we're doing variations on that. We make it so that she's going to be squatting up and down, but from a chair, and holding on to a little bit of things in her hand to make it a little bit more challenging, holding a band from a different angle. So right now, that's what we're going to be getting started with, trying to get her to squat up and down and move pretty well. And so do you have your orthotics with you?
I do. I haven't put them on yet. I didn't know if you wanted me to warm up without them or go on and put them on.
Let's go ahead and put them on, and we're going to start off with the squatting today.
Okay.
All right, cool. I'll just let them know that you've gotten some new orthotics and to help you walk better. I'll give them an update about that if that's okay.
That's fine, absolutely.
Perfect, just let me know when you got those on. So in order to help her walk a little bit better, she's gotten some new AFOs, and they're a little bit on the heavier side. And walking's a little bit of a challenge for her, and the AFO is basically something that goes over your ankle to make sure your foot doesn't drop downwards if you had a foot injury. And so once it's into that position, it's a lot better for you to walk and your foot doesn't get caught on stuff. However, that's a big weight on your leg, and especially at first it's almost like walking with an ankle weight on all the time, which can cause a problem for walking, balance, and falls. So for her, we've been training her to do this. Her new exercises have been having her to lift her leg up and down, be able to move with that. But now she's doing squats, leg lifts, and all sorts of walking with this, and even standing in a corner working on marching so she can lift that AFO up, and it's not going to be an impediment to her walking successfully anymore. So one of the things we've been doing is we've been having her do some basic warm-ups, kicking her leg, lifting her leg in a chair to make sure that she feels like everything's good to go, the joints are nice and loose. And then, just like you would if you're trying to get somebody really strong at a collegiate level, a collegiate athlete, you're doing the same thing, the same type of programming. She is doing a squatting motion, sitting down and standing up until a point of near fatigue, and then she rests for a little bit. And that's made it so that she can get out of a chair. She doesn't feel like she's got to throw herself up when she's in a couch, because those comfiest couches that we all love to sit in, that we've probably sat in a little bit too much during this COVID process, those have gotten a little bit deeper into our chairs. We're a little more comfy watching all that Netflix. So this makes it so that it's easy to get up without throwing out your back in the process.
All right, so you want me to go to the chair where I have the cushions?
Yes, please. Let's go for it.
All right, we're gonna go for it. And please forgive my attire, my beautiful support hose.
Well, you're representing Bourbon County right there.
Oh, Bourbon County, that's right, Lady Reynolds.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let me position. Let's see here if you can see me. Let's see. I think this will work. I have to tell them sometimes it takes time to finagle the camera.
Mm-hmm.
The right angle. You can see. Let's see if that works. Oh, that may be too high. A little bit lower.
A little bit lower, please. I think that'll be good.
Yeah. Maybe that?
That'll be good. Yeah.
You think that'll work? Okay. Sorry, gotta feel all the stuff behind it. At least I didn't turn it off today. So I turned it off. Alright. Think that's good?
I think that'll be
Is
fantastic.
that okay?
Yep.
Alright. Let me zoom around the other way. Get my hand.
Angie, you'll have to mention how you were a teacher once as well, just like her. You guys will have a lot to talk about.
She is ready
I
now.
just retired from Bourbon County Schools back in June last year.
What grade did you teach? Or what grades?
Do I?
What grades did you teach?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was a school psychologist for 6 years, and then 1 year I worked as a school psychologist and an assistant director of special education. And then I was the director of special education for 20 years.
Ah, that's what I was remembering with the special education.
Yeah, special education, that's right. So, got to work preschool through grade 12. And I loved it. Stressful, but fun.
Love
All
it.
right, you ready for the squatting here?
Yep. Let's go the first one. Let's just do 10, just going all the way down and all the way back up, holding on to the cane. And then we'll do the butt touches for the next set.
Oh, go sit down.
Yeah, might as well just kind of get it nice and loose first. No problem. Cool. Now for this one, what she's doing is just like if you were going to the gym, what do? You don't go and put on the bench press like 400 pounds and immediately jump and go like that. That's a recipe for disaster. She's doing something basic that at one point was hard for her, but this is her warm up. Then what she's going to be doing, because she's got some weakness in her quadricep muscles around her knees because of her injury, then that's what we're doing for the next step. We're doing little butt touches. It's basically like you're almost squatting in the air and you've got a little bit of a feedback. The second you feel your rear end touch the pillow, that's when you stop and reverse that motion. And that's more challenging for your knees and your hips, but that's exactly what you want to do for this. Much like with the blacksmith, how do they get that iron to be stronger? Well, you got to temper it. You hit on it for a little bit until all of a sudden that's very durable and useful. And that's what exercise is, and especially for these weaker parts. It's challenging at first, but you're tempering your body so you can do these things to make yourself and your joints more useful. All right, how many is that, Shella?
I did 10 sitting, and now I'm doing that. Well, I'm going to plot down.
That's
now
fine.
I'm going to do the touching.
All right, let's see these butt touches.
Yeah, I think I've done 3.
Okay. I'm sorry, I was exercising my jaw as you were exercising your body.
Oh, okay.
There's a little tap and up. Cool. We'll do about between 10 and 20. Just let me know at that point when it starts to feel fatiguing, and then we can take a break and put maybe a smaller pillow underneath there if we need to.
Oh, goodness.
Is that something new?
Every time she gets good at something, I can't just let her rest on her laurels. I gotta be able to make it maybe a little bit lower down.
You got to torture me.
Mm-hmm.
I love at the beginning of the call when I said, I want you to share with everyone how easy it is. And I meant easy getting connected and from a technology standpoint. Mm-hmm. And she quickly said, oh no, James doesn't make it easy.
If it was easy, we wouldn't be doing it.
Oh, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Try to get that tush a little bit lower down there. A little more knee bend. There you go. Good thing about this is I see everything.
Yes, you do.
Awesome. Good stuff.
I'm almost at 20.
Nice. How tired are you from that?
Well, I'm getting kind of tired. My quadriceps are getting a little, they're burning.
Perfect.
All right. I think that was 20.
All right. Do you have that band with you by any chance?
The one that's tied or the looser one?
The one that ties around the door frame.
I have it. I just have it in there. I can go get it.
All right. If it won't take too long, yeah, go for it.
All right.
I'll explain to these cats listening what we're headed to next as you go grab that. Feel free to use your jazzy.
Gotcha.
Okay. So,
Yeah, I'll watch it. Be all the therapy time will be finished.
no worries. So in addition to having basic strength to be able to move up and down, she needs the tweaking of how she's moving to basically get her walking better again. And so if she just needed to get purely strong, it'd be easy for her to just go to a gym, go talk to a personal trainer. It's not too hard to just kick a leg. But she has to coordinate her ability to lift a leg, move the other leg, and everything else. Her trunk stays still, all the nerves to coordinate, and essentially, she has some neural injuries too, so that's why she has to use an AFO. So after she gets a break from her doing her sits to stands, her squats, well, this is an abdominal exercise. She has to be able to lift her leg, her trunk actually stays still, almost like a plank, and then move the other leg. This is exactly what happens when you normally walk, except for this has been a quality that's been a little bit off lately, so we're getting her to be able to do this again. So, Shella, we're going to go ahead and wrap that around the door, and you're going to be doing it where you push out with your arms, and you're going to be marching your legs up and down. Cool. So, for this one, what she's about to be doing, she is, in the strength and conditioning world, it's called a Palloff press. You take a band and if it's tied right here, you lift it up this way, and that band is going to pull you this way. Well, you've got to keep it there, and then she's going to be lifting her legs and marching it back and forth. so that these trunk muscles get better at allowing her to walk back and forth. And every time she lifts up her leg, her trunk says, I got you, I won't let you fall, as the other leg starts to swing forward, back and forth. And this is something that's been really helpful for her, and she's been surprised how just holding a little band still while marching has really given her some sweet ab contractions.
Yes, burns right there.
Your bathing suit ready.
Yeah. Yep. Just go ahead and push it out as far as you care to push it out. Remember to keep that trunk still. You're going to be marching left and right. Lift it up and down about 20 times.
Oh, Lordy. You think this is easy, but I mean, it is a challenge.
Oh yeah, this is a big one. This is something that, a variation of it, I give my high school, youth, and middle school wrestlers. You know, so you're doing kind of their wrestling workout.
Yeah. I don't think I want to lay on the floor, though. I'll never get up.
Oh, that could be our next big exercise, getting up off the floor.
Oh, goodness. I shouldn't have said anything. Oh, no. I'm in trouble.
Let's get those knees a little higher, though. Especially that left one.
Yeah, that's when I want to swing my hip to get it up.
That's why we're doing it.
Each leg, right?
Pretty please.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Actually, I'm doing better. If you remember in the beginning, I would do 3 and have to take the band back in. And
Oh yeah, yeah. This kicked your butt. I mean, just like a couple weeks ago, you were dying with this. Now you're practically laughing at me. Like, I can do so much better now, James. Bring it.
No, I need to start. Oh, this is hard.
Yes, you are not resting and you're talking through it.
Yeah. Cool. After you're done with this side, we're going to see if you can find a little bit of a smaller pillow so we can do squats to a little bit lower area. And then after we're doing that, we're going to do the other side of those marches. All right. So we're done with this part now, but we're going to come back in a moment. Go ahead and find another a little bit smaller pillow for us to touch your tush to so we can get a better depth of your squat. All right. So this is kind of like a typical session that I'd have with a patient. If they have any sort of problems with balance, one of the things that we've talked about ahead of time is for her husband's home. I give her even harder exercises because he's there to help out with their balance, help if she feels really tired, can help her back into her chair, just going to sit on the couch. And in some other cases with other patients who've had some other issues, like a knee replacement or had some back pain or something like that, I can actually tell that patient's like husband, wife, something like that, okay, place your hand here and here. Move it like this. This will help calm down that pain. And it does, very, very consistently. It's very helpful. And a lot of people, they can't get actually out of their homes right now. They're still at a very risk of having some sort of infections for one way or another. And this is a way that we can help them. So in case they're stuck at home, there's lots of ways around things. And it is really helpful. All right. That's cool. Yeah, she's done all her basic exercises.
James?
Yes, ma'am.
If I take away the little 2-inch pillow, I've got this. Or is that still too small?
No, I think that'll be good. I'm thinking that it might almost be too much, but we'll find out.
Okay. Yeah. And I'll go flopping in the chair.
Well, at least it's a nice, squishy, comfortable spot where you're sitting, so no worries. Okay. She's going to be finishing up this with me, and I'm going to continue kicking her butt the rest of the way so she can get better at walking, get her joints ready for any sort of impending surgeries that she needs. But if there's any other questions about telehealth, any pain problems, feel free to reach out to us over here at KORT in Versailles or in the comments section where somebody's going to get back to you, and hopefully we can help you out with anything you need.
Shella, we are signing off. Thank you so much for letting us join you during your TeleRehab visit today.
Well, thank you for having me.
You are doing a phenomenal job, and James will keep us posted, and maybe we can tune in next week and just see how far along you've come, and you can give us another update.
Next week is cartwheels.
Oh,
Oh, gosh.
All right, bye. Thank you all for. Have a great afternoon.
Bye, everybody. Thanks
Bye.
for tuning in.